By the year 2050, the rising waters of the Atlantic Ocean had claimed the first 3 floors of every building in Lower Manhattan. Down at street level, the salt water is still. High above, the glass of luxury penthouses remains intact, but the interiors are left to the elements. Million-dollar views overlooking a dead city. This was the world's most expensive real estate, a multi-trillion-dollar machine for global trade. The city did not lose this land because it lacked the resources to defend it. In fact, New York mounted the most expensive civil engineering defense in history. To protect the financial district, the city spent $20 billion constructing a continuous perimeter of massive seawalls. As this data overlay shows, the defense was engineered to stand well above the highest projections for sea level rise. The engineering was sound, the funding was absolute, and yet the ocean is now inside. The failure began in 2048, when a Category 5 hurricane hit the harbor. The storm's surge hit the defensive grid with a level of kinetic pressure that the barriers were never intended to absorb. Under that constant, heavy battering, the primary concrete seawalls suffered structural fractures. Those fractures turned into a permanent breach, a physical opening in the city's $20 billion shield. Millions of gallons of ocean water pushed through those gaps, flooding the streets of the financial district in a matter of minutes. But the water on the surface was only the beginning of the problem. As the streets filled, the ocean began to find the city's deeper vulnerabilities. To see why the district couldn't be saved, we have to look past the flooded sidewalks and into the infrastructure buried below. Modern super-tall structures operate through subterranean dependency. Every 1,000-foot tower relies on a complex network of electrical grids and transit systems located deep underground. When the storm surge breached the walls, the water immediately found the subway system. It poured down into the tunnels, filling them from floor to ceiling. Those tunnels became a distribution network. They allowed the ocean to bypass the surface-level walls and move directly into the foundations of every building in the district. From the subway lines, the water forced its way into the electrical basements, the lowest points of the towers. As the salt water hit the high-voltage systems, the power for the buildings above was instantly cut. The primary power grids for these massive structures were effectively destroyed in a single surge. Emergency generators were unable to kick in because they were housed in those same basements. They were submerged alongside the systems they were meant to replace.
Trading floors and luxury apartments hundreds of feet in the air remained dry, but without light, climate control, or elevators, they became immediately uninhabitable. A multi-trillion-dollar skyscraper is only as functional as the systems buried beneath it. Once the storm passed, the scale of the damage became clear. The saltwater didn't just flood the basements, it triggered rapid, irreversible corrosion of the electrical and structural marrow of the buildings. Because the 2048 breach was permanent, the ocean continued to flow in with every high tide. Repairing the internal systems was impossible while the district remained part of the Atlantic. With the cost of reclaiming the land exceeding its remaining value, the financial institutions and residents were forced to leave. The district was officially abandoned. Today, the water in Lower Manhattan is calm, and the concrete canyons are empty. The skyline remains as it was in the early 21st century, but it no longer functions as a center of commerce. It is a $20 billion marker of where the shoreline used to be.